All right, how are you? This is Javier from Compass, and right now we're going to be taking a look at the Manhattan January 2024 report that just came out of the oven late last week. I haven't had a chance to see it, so we're going to be blind watching this together. You and I at the same time. Manhattan Market Report. Let's take a look at that. So here is January 2024. I get it in a nice PDF. Let me come here and show you the neighborhoods. So total inventory. Let's see, 2024. I usually just glance at this, new listings. Okay, can see when most listings were coming to market. You can see how tight the new listings have been in the last couple of months. It is normal that December, January, and November are a little tight, but we have been tight. And in terms of like the inventory that we had, most of it was downtown. If I combine Upper East Side and Upper West Side, that's actually the big bulk of inventory. Um, what else do we have here? Midtown East is this, a little bit of Midtown West, very little FiDi and Battery Park City. Um, I wonder why they don't include this in downtown. We can see the division here. This is downtown, this is Battery Park City, Midtown East, Midtown West, and the uptown is everything else. Which we can see Upper Manhattan is really just 9% of this, right? So we don't have a lot of Upper Manhattan. Um, Condos co-ops, even split. Um, I went all the way to contracts, sorry. And this was sales. So even split here, but in contracts, we see more contracts in co-ops. So co-ops kind of like are moving a little faster. Contracts is what I like to see. I mean, looking at inventory is good. What I don't love seeing is sales price. I really like to take a look at contracts. So this is what we're looking at right now. You can see here the spread of how many contracts in each segment. The least amount of contracts in the minus 500K could be because there's not really a lot of them. And a good spread here. This is obviously kind of like the sweet uh, price point in Manhattan that moves the most between 500 and 3 million. And then you have a few more here above 3 million. It's just a little over the amount of the below 500. This useful information to have, but I really don't glance at it too much. I do like to see, well, co-ops had more contracts than condos, so I'm looking at a co-op demand a little bit higher than condos. And we're looking also at like downtown area, basically above Canal, below what, 30, yeah, like below 23rd, kind of depends on where you're looking at, maybe below 34th in another one, but contract sign. Upper East Side, Upper West Side still moving a lot. Midtown East moving a lot. And we can look here at overall trends in the market. In terms of pricing, we can see that the average sales price went down, the median sales price went down. So this is interesting, right? Because I say this in every report, and I remind you, this data is 3 to 6 months old. So we're looking at what's happened in the market 3 to 6 months ago. And it is fair to say that 3 to 6 months ago, the prices were going down. Now look at this. This is from year over year. Year over year, the prices went up. And that's not what people are feeling. Why the prices went up when we're not seeing a lot of activity? Well, there was tight inventory, very little inventory during the last year. Um, there were a lot of units that came and into the market and off the market that created some level of scarcity. Price per square foot also up year over year, even if we're looking at down month over month. Again, these are closings that are happening from 3 months in contract or 4 months in contract, and some of them were in contract 3 months, they closed, and then they didn't get reported until like a month or two later. So we're looking at like a flashback, basically, right? You can see the amount of inventory, the amount of inventory, the amount of inventory in comparison to last year to this year. There's just like a little bit more month over month, but there's 5% less than last year. And more contract signed than last year. Kind of like exactly the same amount of contract signs month over month. Um, Not a bad thing. I don't remember right now how much is your average contract sign in January. You can Look at that. And we can break it in condos and co-ops. You can see the condos average went down, uh, medium went up. I'm looking right here. I actually don't know if you can see it. Now that I think about it, you're probably just like stuck in there with tiny little fonts. But here is your overall Manhattan. You can see here price per square foot. I don't know if this is, I mean, this is useful. You can see which segments of the market have gone up and down from January over January. The 24 is our, so 2 bedrooms and 4 bedrooms have gone down in price, we can see, in terms to price per square foot. Again, 3 to 6 month old data. And if we look at condos, we're looking at a little bit of a reduction. Uh, in price, we're looking at 14% more days on market than last year. So that look, that's substantial, right? We're looking at days on market of 203 days, 210 days, uh, on average, meaning that there are units that have been on the market way more than that, with the units that came new to market. This is not good for sellers, right? Like this is what we're looking, and these are not, these are actually current numbers because the average days on market is not for the sale, but how average days on market do we have on the current inventory, which stands here, which is less than last year. But condos have not been doing so hot, really. Condos have been losing a little bit of steam. Uh, I guess that people are looking for value because let's take a look at co-ops. Co-ops, we're looking at 15, 16% price change year over year. And again, all data in that term and contracts signed, we're looking at plus 5.7%. Less than in December, but I wouldn't worry about that. I think that that's just um, December. We were looking at like the last edge of the spring market, and January tends to be a very slow month for contracts. Uh, December, some people are trying to get their stuff done. But look at price per square foot, which is not a good indication in co-ops because not a lot of co-ops disclose square footage. But let's see, look at price per square foot. This is what we're looking at. And that's it. So here are my quick conclusions based on what I'm seeing. Excuse me. Co-ops have absolutely more pull right now. They seem to be more on demand than condos are. Um, Condos have come down in value a little bit because of that demand. People are looking for value with interest rates going up. We're still looking at the segment of 1 to 3 million being the strongest segment in the market, maybe 500 to 1 million, also very strong. Um, we are also looking at slow inventory, but that's going to accelerate now when the spring market comes, I believe, because I am in real time getting so many buyers calling and so many sellers ready to get on the market. So something's going to start happening because we have been in like a standstill in the last year and a half. So let's look at what's happening. Let's take a look. Let's keep our eye on the market on real time. If you have any questions, let me know. Subscribe or follow or wherever platform you're in. I would love to. I would like for you to keep up with the market so you can make the best decisions with the data that I provide. And this is Javier, and I'll see you in the next video.